I guess she was still feeling some type of way, and as she was walking out, she was like, "Oh yeah." Basically, she had told my dad that I had sex with my stepmom.
Mhm.
And she's walking away. She's getting inside the car. I'm like, "Did you really tell him that?" She has the door open, and I'm standing at the door like this.
Dang, that shit do look bad. Y'all see that?
You're fine.
I don't know if I could get a good pause frame. Look. Ooh wee. Yo, too, what's good? What's hood? It's your boy Vick Reacts. Bumming at you with a brand new video. Hey man, today we got a banger, man. Today we got crazy video by BodyCam POV. The title says stepson finds out friend exposed his sexual relationship with his stepmom to dad. Now look, the title sounds crazy. Basically, the son is messing with his stepmom. And it's a funny reaction, and y'all know based off the intro. So if y'all enjoyed that intro, be sure to like the video, because if y'all like that intro that I played at the beginning, y'all gonna like the video. Comment you got something to say about the video or me. Subscribe if you know and mess with the content, man. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Basically, she had told my dad that I had sex with my stepmom.
On May 5th, 2023, officers responded to the back parking lot of the precinct. There was a report of an altercation between friends with benefits. The woman reported that her best friend lost it on her after confessing to him that she told his dad that he slept with his stepmom.
I don't know if y'all have some sort of like first aid, but he might need some first aid. No, that is gonna get pretty infected.
Okay, so walk me through what happened. So yesterday there was an altercation. She was there for that. But as far as today goes, and like I would do that, but as far as today goes, I came back from her house.
I dropped him off.
Yeah, because I stayed over there after I had left the house from yesterday. I came back over. Kylie wasn't at the house. I was sitting there. I had just got done taking out the dogs and whatnot. I was sitting on the couch. She came over, and there's a TV in the living room. She was like, Jesse, which is like our friend who we stay with. She was like, he said for me to take the TV up into his room. I was like, okay, I don't care. Don't talk to me. And then she came back downstairs, and she was like, also, he said he doesn't want anybody down inside the room. I was like, bro, why are you talking to me? Don't talk to me. It's not that hard not to talk to me. And then she was about to leave out, and she was like, oh yeah, and I told your dad that she said, like, I have, like, somebody who I had intercourse with, basically. She was like, I told your dad that you did this, and she was like, also, I'm about to go and file a police report. And
About
yesterday.
All right, let's pause real quick though. So neither one of you are Kylie, correct?
No.
Okay, that's who I'm looking for.
If you want to take this half, I'm going to try to catch the other half on the other side of the building.
Okay, is Kylie the one involved?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
And she was also.
Did y'all call in as well?
I didn't
Well,
call
we did
him.
the intercom.
Okay, you talked to a dispatcher. Okay, so this is the other East call.
Okay, and what's your name, bud?
Q-Bell.
All right, so what happened today?
Yeah, like I said, I was sitting down on the couch. I didn't say nothing to her, didn't look her way, nothing. She comes down, she grabs the TV. She's like, Jesse told me to take the TV and go upstairs. And I was like, okay, I don't care. Don't talk to me.
85. I'll call you when I figure out what we got on our side.
All right.
When she came down, she was like, Jesse said, don't nobody go inside his room. I was like, I'm not going. I'm down here. I was like, don't talk to me. It's not that hard not to talk to me. And I guess she was still feeling some type of way. And as she was walking out, she was like, oh yeah. Basically, she had told my dad that I had sex with my stepmom. Like years. Like I don't know what she told him. She was like, oh, also I told your dad that you f***ed Angela. And then she was like, and I'm about to go and file a police report about yesterday. And as she was saying that, she was leaving out the door to get inside the car. And I following behind her. I was like, did you really tell him that? And she's walking away. She's getting inside the car. I'm like, did you really tell him that? She has the door open. And I'm standing at the door like this.
While this officer speaks to him in the rear of the police department, another officer meets with the roommate in the front of the police department to get her side of the story.
What is going on tonight?
It started yesterday. He put his hands on me yesterday because I came downstairs when he had company and I embarrassed him. And so I went upstairs and he followed me upstairs and I turned around and I was like, what are you gonna do? Hit me? And he grabbed me by the throat. He didn't like choke me, he just grabbed me by the throat and then pushed me into my roommate's door who's with me. Her name's Shanti. And then I opened the door, and I don't remember exactly what happened after that. It all happened really freaking fast. I just remember being shoved into the wall, and he just starts yelling at me.
About what?
I don't remember. I didn't
Just
catch
yelling.
anything.
Okay.
I was so freaking scared.
Yeah.
I didn't catch anything.
So what happened tonight as well? So let's start from there. That's probably a little bit fresher on your memory.
Yeah.
So take me from beginning tonight. Like what?
So he was not supposed to come back to the house.
Okay. So what time did he show back up today?
He was there when I got off of work, and
About what time?
About 4:30 is when I was.
This afternoon?
Yes. We locked the doors on him. We locked the windows to make sure he couldn't come in. My roommate accidentally let him in because she thought it was me, and she felt awkward, so she was like, "Oh, okay, come inside." I came home. I called my roommate who's on the lease. He told me to take Steve at the living room, put it in his room, try and keep him leave, and we can lock the door. I had came downstairs, and he had destroyed my property.
I was stopping her from holding it. I was like, "Did you really tell him that you stopped, that you did that?" And she was like, yeah, I did it, and blah, blah, blah. And I asked her, like, I was just so stuck. I was asking her like 10 times, and like while I'm holding the door, she tries to pull it. She punches me and kicks me in my nuts, but I'm just at such disbelief at the moment. I really don't feel it, but I'm just looking at her, and I'm like, "Did you really tell him that?" And she's like, yeah. Like, she's like, "Get off," and like doing that in the back seat. Her friend who drove her here should be able to, Shanti should be able to attest to that. But she was like, "Get off." She's punching me, trying to kick me in my nuts, trying to get me to stop holding the door. And I'm gonna be 100% honest. I hit her twice after she did that. I hit her twice after she did that, and then her friend was backing up, and since the door was open, it kind of like knocked me off, and I rolled up underneath it, and that's just where I got this from.
Okay, gotcha. And so, who all was out there when this happened?
Me, Kylie, and Shanti.
Shanti. Okay, so who's Shanti?
Shanti is the African American girl who's driving the Kia right now.
Okay. All right, you got your ID on you, bud? I got you.
But she filed a police report about
yesterday,
which I was present for.
Okay. Well, he's getting that statement now. Give me 1 second. You can hop back in. I know it's raining and everything, and I'll be right back with you, okay?
Destroyed my stuff. And I was like, "Wow, you did that?" And he was like, "Yeah." And so we got to arguing because I kind of told his dad about something that he did. He got mad that I told his dad about what he did. So he was like, "Did you really?" I ran outside. He was like, "Did you really do that?" And he was like, "Yeah." And so I walked back to the car, and I got in the car with my roommate who was there. And he starts yelling at me, and I'm trying to close the door, and he will not let me close the door. And so it's like, I'm not gonna lie, I punched him in the nuts because he wouldn't let me close the door.
And this is in the vehicle?
Yes.
Okay.
I tried punching him in the nuts. I missed, obviously.
So you didn't actually make contact?
Yes. No, I didn't make contact.
Yeah.
Sorry. I didn't make contact because he backed up. And then he starts yelling at me and was like, "You're so evil," and then just starts punching. I was like, I don't care. And then he just started punching me, and then my roommate backed up, and she just like put it in reverse. She got scared. She didn't know what to do. She put it in reverse, backed up. He fell under the car. We didn't run him over, but he just like fell from the door being open. And then we're like, "We're gonna go to the police station. Like, you're going to jail." And yeah.
Okay. Let's go ahead and establish a few kind of incident things.
Really
No, it's a lot. So I will tell you, we already have him. He's in the back parking lot.
Yeah, I know. I saw him come up here after we were waiting for the cops.
Yeah. So you actually came up here right at shift change. So I just came in. I've been out there waiting for you since. I've gotten kind of a statement from him. So let me get some, since I'm going to be the reporting officer essentially, let me get some basic information. So where did this occur? So did this incident occur in the parking lot then?
Yes.
Okay. All of the physical part today was in the parking lot?
Yes.
You are the Kylie subject, correct?
Yes.
And what's your last name? All right. And what's your date of birth?
2000.
Cool birthday.
I know, everyone says that. My last name's Greengrass.
It's pretty. Your parents knew what they were doing.
And I was premature too, so like...
That's meant to be. What's your phone number? Alrighty. So just because you were going about a mile a minute, what I want you to do is I want you to slow down and take me through. No, trust me. I can see you're panicked. Are you sure you don't want an ambulance? That's pretty deep.
Yeah, I don't know.
You ain't got to go with them. They can just.
Yeah, I don't want to go with
out.
them because we have somewhere we have to go after this.
I mean, while we're sitting here talking, the ambulance bay is just down the street. They could roll up here and just maybe clean it up. Will that work? Okay. My radio's also busted, so forgive me. I'm using this old-fashioned.
I'm sorry I kept you reading.
You're fine. I'd rather be here than downtown. 359.
Dang, that shit do look bad. Y'all see that?
You're fine.
I don't know if I could get a good pause frame. Ugh. Ooh-wee.
Be here than downtown. 359 Central. We roll EMS, non-emergency, reference to a face injury. Alrighty. So they'll come here, and you ain't got to go with them. They can at least get you cleaned up, okay? So just take me from kind of the beginning of this, the physical part tonight. Like, what was the initial argument about?
He brought a girl over,
Okay.
and I was jealous.
Who is he to you?
He's gonna tell you nothing,
Okay.
but he's a little liar and a manipulator. He's my best friend, ex-best friend, and we've made it complicated by incorporating sex.
Okay.
It makes things messy.
Yeah.
Not to mention, we also were both sleeping in the living room together, and he had this girl in the living room, and the original argument was because I came down there and was like, hey, when are you gonna take her home? I said in front of her, like, I'm not gonna lie, that was rude, but I don't care. I was like, when are you gonna take her home? Because I've been at work all day and I wanna relax, and I have work in the morning, like I wanna relax. And he took that as me being an instigator, I guess.
Okay.
And starts yelling at me.
So do y'all live at this Cathwood address?
Yes.
Okay. How long do y'all live there together? How long?
He's been there since January. I've been there since February.
Okay, so
Like a month difference.
yeah. Okay. So together, probably about what, 3 or 4 months?
Yeah. But we've been living together for about a year, moving basically.
Oh, okay, about a year total at other addresses.
Sorry, I
So,
should've mentioned
no, you're fine. You're fine. That doesn't really change anything except for the charging on our side.
Just give me a brief rundown of what happened yesterday. What we got
So
yesterday?
what happened yesterday, I was having her over, just a friend, and I was like, hey, just to let everyone inside the house know that I'm having a friend over, so the man comes downstairs and like blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'm bringing a friend down. Kylie, she stays down inside the living room, so I was like, hey, look, we're just gonna be down there watching TV for a little bit. If you need us to go up or if you want us to leave, just let us know. But she came downstairs and like for some reason just had some sort of attitude and was like, all right, are y'all gonna be leaving or not? And she was like how much longer I'm gonna have to wait and whatnot. Yeah, because I need to use the TV and whatnot. And I was like, why are you coming down here starting stuff like that for no reason? And I was like, that's like embarrassing as shit. You're over here like doing this and I got company over. And she's like, well, I'm just over here trying to blah, blah, blah. And then we start going back and forth. And then she starts like just going off on other stuff. And I get up and then she starts walking upstairs. And like while I'm going upstairs, she follows in behind me because she goes upstairs. I follow in behind Kylie. And she's standing up at the top of the stairs and she's like, hit me, hit me, hit me. And I'm like, bruh, and I push her. I don't hit her. I push her back. Yes, because she was literally blocking me from going upstairs.
Saying, hit me,
Hit me. And then to Shanti's room. So upstairs, it's one room to the left, one room to the back. She goes into Shanti's room, and then that was just us yelling at that point. But the only physical contact was me pushing her from the top of the stairs. But she didn't fall, she didn't trip.
No.
It was more like a shove more than it was a push, but still I pushed her.
I got you. Okay.
And then there was that physical altercation with the push.
That's
And then you came back downstairs, and then she came back downstairs to yell more.
yeah. And then I was just like,
So what is you and Kylie's relationship? Why y'all got such animosity towards
that's
each other?
my friend. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. We had sex before,
Okay.
but that was, I
Months
promise
ago.
you, yes, on everything.
Okay.
We've been completely platonic friends since then. She has a boyfriend.
Yeah.
You know, I don't.
What's his name? Keontae?
Yeah, Kente.
Okay.
His name's Kente. So it's like
And
nothing.
she started yelling at me too.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm like, this is embarrassing as bro. And then
That
like
was
she
the
starts
first time
trying to
I met
spread.
her.
Then she's like trying to spread my business and stuff. So like it's like she's antagonizing the whole situation. And I'm
she was
like,
we fucked, and I was like, okay,
Like, I'm like,
I don't
why do
really
you need
care.
to be
This is
like,
my
Okay.
friend.
I
I got
to do with us? I'm like, why are you trying to spread my right now just because you're mad that I'm down here watching TV?
She seemed like it was.
I got you. Just upset. Yeah. Yeah. I got you.
But I had already let her know, and she
For
was like,
literally.
yeah, it's cool. She was like, it's cool, you know,
But-
she have somebody over. I was just like, hey, but if you need the living room, just let me know to go back upstairs, and I'll do
You
that.
literally texted all the
I
people
texted
living
everybody.
in the house.
I got
to
you.
let them know you had company over.
I got you.
Just to be respectful, just in case it might have been, if she was like, hey, look, I don't feel comfortable having you having a girl over, even though they stop messing around, I would have, been like, hey, I don't really think that that's right, but I would have nonetheless went over to her.
Do y'all both have y'all's own separate rooms?
They
Yes.
have their
Or
She stays downstairs.
And I stay in.
Yeah,
and
she stays
that's
in another house.
after that whole situation happened yesterday. We just left the house. I was like, you know what? We don't need to be here right now. I felt uncomfortable. She was acting crazy, so I felt unsafe being there. So I was like, let's just go back to my house. So we just spent the whole night there, and I dropped him off at around 4 p.m. so he could get
I had
ready
even
for work.
cleaned up the upstairs. People will know that like I set up stuff in case she wanted me to go upstairs, I had already had it clean up there for us to go upstairs. But rather than her coming down respectfully, she came down with a whole attitude and like trying to embarrass people.
I got you. Give me 1 minute, okay, y'all? Y'all can hang out in the car.
Forgive my kind of terminology. Y'all were a friends with benefits type situation.
Yeah, essentially.
But he brought over another girl. You were just asking, hey, when's she gonna leave because you're tired from work?
Yes.
And he took that as you instigating argument.
And I did I didn't get physical with my promise. I would never do that. But I did get aggressive with my mouth, and I did say some mean things.
So y'all were arguing?
Yes.
Okay.
And I guess he was just mad that I was arguing with him in front of her.
What happened then?
What do you mean?
After that, get us from that point to outside.
I was upstairs. We were about to leave to come here to press charges from yesterday, from what he did yesterday. Yeah, so we were in the living room. We went downstairs. He was there. Went to the car. I was like, oh, I forgot something. Let me go inside and grab it real quick. When I went inside, he had stepped all over it and ruined it.
Stepped over what?
It's illegal. It's a blunt.
Okay. Just one little blunt?
Just one little blunt.
Don't worry, I don't care. I would expect it with your birthday.
Thank you. But he destroyed my blunt. And I was like, wow, really? Like, just to be petty and instigate and like, you stepped over my blunt? And he was like, well, you locked the doors on me last night, so I couldn't get in. And I was like, yeah, because Jesse told us not to. Jesse told us that he's kicking you out, not to let you back inside the house. And so I was like, and by the way, I told your dad that you his wife. Yes.
Like his real mom or stepmom?
Stepmom.
Okay.
Yeah. And he was like, did you really do that? And I was like, yes, I really did that. And I went back out to the car because he has, being with him for a year, I can tell when he's about to, because it's not the first time he's hit me. This is the first time I reported it. But I can tell when he's like getting mad and about to like flip it out on me. So I was like running to the car. I ran to the car to go back to Shanti.
Is that who's out there?
The other witness. And he followed me, and I was like, nah, bro, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. And I tried to close the door, and he kept trying to open the door, and we're like fighting over it. And that's when I tried to like punch
You tried to punch him and didn't make contact. And then what?
And then he was like, did you really do that? Did you really do that? You just fucked up my family. And I just kept saying, I don't care, I don't care. And I guess me saying I don't care pissed him off, because next thing I know, I was getting punched in the face. And he kept beating on me, and so that's when my friend reversed the car and tried to get him off of me.
All right. And then y'all successfully left?
Yep.
All right. Just 1 second. While we're waiting for that ambulance.
Yeah, based off what I just heard, he in trouble. He in trouble.
I am going to call my partner who's out with him.
Am I going to go to jail? Because I don't know what he's reporting.
He's saying the exact same thing you're saying. Pretty much.
Okay.
Makes him, of course, try to make him look a little better with it, but essentially the same thing.
I thought he was going to try and report like her running him over or something.
Hey, so I'm out with the victim. She's essentially saying the same exact thing about the argument escalating to him standing in the doorway. She tried to punch him in the nuts, but unsuccessful on her end. The argument continued with him punching her in the face, and she has definitely been punched in the face. She's bleeding pretty heavily from her eye. Go ahead and take him into custody for battery, family violence. All right, well, you of course heard that. He's going to jail.
He wanted EMS?
No, he didn't.
Oh, I was
But
like, for what?
there was blood on his hand, which I now see is probably from you. I only briefly saw him as I was coming over here, so I didn't know if he was trying to say there was any physical injuries or anything like that. Just want to check to make sure I need to send ambulance back there when they get here. So you said you have a history of domestic violence?
Yeah, he's put his hands on me before, but never this bad. But it just like.
But you've never reported it or anything?
He's pretty violent.
If I might ask, why haven't you reported it before?
I don't want to fuck his life.
You ain't doing it. He's doing it and you're responding to it.
That's the only real thing that pushed me to even press charges before he punched me in the face about the other stuff was because all of my coworkers were like, if you don't do it, he's just going to keep going to the next girl.
And so with those allegations for yesterday, they are going to be included in this report. However, I don't have enough to charge him with that right now. However, what he's getting charged with is, do you know what battery is?
Yeah, isn't like,
Okay, so battery is, say you like slap somebody, but it doesn't leave an injury, that's simple battery. But if you hit somebody and it actually leaves something I can physically see, like with your eye, that makes it battery. And family violence is upcharged since y'all live together, which means he ain't getting out of jail tonight. He has to see a judge before his release. I'm gonna go out there and talk to your witness. Hopefully it's not raining so we can talk out there. So I don't like the echo in here. And maybe that ambulance will be sitting here too. Of course. Howdy, you been waiting long?
No.
Oh, perfect timing.
He just got here. Yeah.
Howdy. If y'all want to talk to her, I'm going to talk to my witness, okay?
Okay. Sure. Okay.
So, what can you tell me happened tonight?
So we was getting ready
From where?
from the house from home.
What is that? Is that the address? Okay.
We was about to leave that address and take him. I was dropping him off to his daddy's people, and she had to go back in the house and get something. And I stayed in the car with him. And when she came back out, he followed her to the car, and as he was trying to close the door, he opened the door and started yelling at her.
Okay.
Started cussing her out, saying words. Next thing you know, it happened so fast, he had just hit her. In a blink of an eye, he just swung and punched her in her face. And
He done.
I told her, move. I was like, is your legs good? Is you okay? Like, because he tried to slam the door on her leg.
Did you see anything physical from her aspect?
No.
Okay. Do you have
She was
your...
trying to block him from hitting her in her face.
Okay. After he hit her, what happened?
She put the car in park and drove off on him. He had drove off me, and we didn't go back to the house.
Okay. Okay. Who are you to her?
We're all roommates.
You're all roommates?
Yes.
Okay.
We're all roommates.
Alrighty. That's it.
All right. So you can come on out. So we talked to the other half. What happens as y'all leave?
As she's leaving, she's like, oh yeah, I also told your dad that your stepmom, she said, I'm about to file a police report on you about today, and you're getting kicked out of the house. Jesse's kicking you out of the house.
Okay.
And I was just more focused on, I was like, did you really tell my fucking dad that? Bro, I was like, and like I said, she was on the passenger side. I'm like, bro, did you really tell my dad that? I was like, and she's
So
like, yeah.
whose car did she get in?
Jesse's. He's out of town working right now, but he allows them to use the car.
Okay, so who was driving?
Shanti.
Shanti was driving. She gets in passenger side?
Shanti's in the driver's side. She's driving. Kylie's in the passenger.
Okay, so you go to the passenger side. You're talking to Kylie.
Yeah, I'm holding the door. I'm like, did you really? And I just keep on asking her, and she's trying to pull the door, and then she's like, she hits me in my nuts a few times. To be honest, I didn't feel it because I'm just like,
Yeah.
a lot's going on right now, but she does that, and then I'm like, bro, did you? And she's like, yeah, I did it. I was like, bro, you know that to ruin my whole family. And she was like, I don't give a. And like I said, at that point, I just kind of snapped, and I hit her twice. And at that moment, Shanti started backing up. And since I'm on the passenger side, I fell this way.
I got you.
And
I got
kind of
you.
like rolled up underneath.
I got you. Are you needing EMS for any of your injuries?
Just like some sanitizer or something like that, just to make sure I don't get infected.
I got you. I got you.
So with this, like, if it's his first offense, he probably gonna get probation. You know what I'm saying? It's a simple battery. They gonna hit him probation. But if he done did some shit like this before or been in trouble before, he probably gonna get some jail time. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on whether or not he a first offender or not.
All right, man. And I
Crazy
know
though.
this isn't what you want to hear, but as of right now, I do have to place you under arrest. Okay? It's gonna be for not false imprisonment. It's gonna be for battery. Okay, for the punching.
What about for
People can say whatever they want to say. You're not allowed to.
My nuts first.
Yeah, but she's trying to leave.
What do you mean she's trying to leave?
She's in a car trying to shut the door.
What about yesterday?
I got you, and we'll definitely write that up as well. But yesterday, that's a different story. It's a different story. But we're talking about. I know, but when it comes to domestic violence, this falls under domestic violence, given the fact that they live together.
They
Okay.
ran him over
When
with
it goes to, again, a car that had he not gone to and tried to engage, the car that would have took off and left. Correct. I know it
Yep.
sucks, and I know.
He was.
I know it don't sound good, bro. Even the dude know, like, he kind of fucked up because, like, at the end of the day, he could have just been avoided. Hey, he just said, you know what, bet, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And just leave it at that. But him even going out there following her in the first place, us as men, we got to understand, bro. Women like to argue. They like to do that. They like to work you up, bro. So you can't let them do that. You feel me?
Can I just ask, as far as like her just attack? I try to stay quiet, and not
That's one
try to
of those.
say
I
anything.
know. It's one of
try to
those
stay to
things.
myself.
You would not believe how many times we see this. I get that.
It's
I
okay.
get that.
You know, I can't.
But
You understand, but that's just how the society is, bro. As a man, you can't let that shit affect you, bro. As a man, it's unfortunate because, you know, men we should deserve second chances too, just like women do. We should deserve, kindness and, understanding and shit like that, like our women do, but we don't. That's just the cards we was dealt. You know, that's how the society was built. So at the end of the day, we got to deal with it because that's how it was built. Now at the end of the day, women don't get, you know what I'm saying? Women get privileges we don't. You know, and they able to do certain shit and not get held for it. But at the end of the day, that's how the life is. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, we not women at the same time. We not supposed to be as emotional as women. So, I mean, hey, it makes sense. Just be the, you know what I'm saying? Just act like a grown person. Just be the more responsible adult. That's all it come down to. Don't let a female get you out of character. Simple.
Has a friend like you that will get him and take him to somewhere else. But the thing is, when it comes physical, given the situation, so in the morning, you'll talk to a judge. Okay, and the judge will decide your bond, and then you'll post a bond. So hopefully only a day. But it is what it is at this time. It falls under domestic violence, okay?
Yeah, I understand, bro.
I appreciate you. And like I said, we see it all the time. And unfortunately, when you're goaded into doing things like this, you might be on the wrong end of it, okay? I'm sorry, bud. But because potentially also stopping someone from leaving, had she been the driver and you tried to stop her from leaving, that would have been false imprisonment, and that's a felony. So when talking to people, if they don't want to talk, just leave it alone.
Can I just ask, just wondering, like for her, I mean, I know that I was holding open the door, but did that give her the right to hit me in my...
If someone's in fear and they're trying to leave, they've got a right to get you away from them. As far as she's trying to leave, she's in a car, she's actively trying to pull on the door to shut it. You know, I understand, believe me, but at this point, this is where we're at, okay?
He respectful though, so that gives me the impersonation that, you know, he gonna learn from this. You know, he definitely gonna learn from it.
Anywhere you wanted her to take the vehicle to, I'm assuming you don't want it to go back to that apartment. Yeah.
No, I'm
Okay.
taking it to my house.
Is that okay?
Nowhere near that, because she don't know where I live, right? Okay.
Okay.
If she does, if she comes on my property, I'm just saying.
I got you.
I'm gonna call the cops. Alright.
I got you. Well, if you feel that she's going to come cause an issue, you give us a holler immediately, okay?
I will.
Okay.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
The suspect was booked for battery family violence.
Damn. Let me see. I just gotta look at the comments real quick about it. Oh yeah, hell yeah, look. Update sentencing, battery, guilty plea, $50 fee, probation, 12 months. I told you, bond $100. I told you. Like, you know, I ain't gonna say it's not a serious offense because that's 12 months probation. But I mean, if he really not doing nothing crazy at the crib, he not smoking hella weed and he not drinking a lot, 12 months probation easy for some shit like this, and it's an easy lesson to learn, you know? At the end of the day, you really can't, bro, you really can't let a female get you out of character because you the one that's gonna get hit the worst every time. It don't matter. That's how society built. But I ain't gonna lie, just reading this title, it was OZ. What y'all think about the video, man? Let me know in the comments below. This has been your boy Vick Reaction. I appreciate you tuning in. Stay up and be blessed. Have a good one. Peace.